In this short clip, I'm going to be sharing some herbs that I recently picked up from a local apothecary, and then some other items I picked up from two local grocery markets, one being an African market and then the other being a local Whole Foods market. So the first one that I'm going to share here are going to be from a local apothecary that I visited today. And I had to pick up some herbs, specialty herbs that I need to put together a couple of blends for immunity. In one of my previous videos, I did a kind of overview of cat's claw bark, and I did explain there that I would be sharing what I'm going to be using it for. In particular, I'm going to be using it for boosting immunity, especially with a lot of the sicknesses that are going around right now. Having immunity boosting herbs and tinctures are definitely going to help your body fight off those disgusting and gross germs. So I'm looking for harmonizing herbs to go with this cat's claw bark. I do have black seed oil, which is a very strong and potent duo for these two to go together with. Using it very minimally and slowly will definitely aid in boosting immunity. This is one of the strongest black seeds on the market that I have here from Nettle. So I've definitely done my research behind it and understanding that these two definitely do work well together. It also pairs well with licorice root. So I'm definitely trying to figure out some harmonizing herbs that will help my body to absorb this cat's claw bark and everything that it has to offer. So I'm definitely doing my research behind that to put that together here. So I also picked up some Sarsaparilla, and this is a 14-gram bag that I got today. And I have tried Sarsaparilla in liquid form. I have tried the Sarsaparilla soda waters that they have in a lot of the natural food markets, and they're really delicious. So I definitely want to start using it. This is what it looks like. It's very woody and earthy. And I will share some details about what it is good for here on this video as well. So I do have that one, and I'm just going to place it into my apothecary drawers here until I get some jars for these ones, because I am making use of these smaller jars because I don't have my large apothecary cabinet that I have shared a few years ago. So I'm definitely going through and hoping to find another large scale cabinet. And then I also got another herb that I have used here on my channel a lot for yoni steaming, which is the Motherwort. And I also got 14 grams of that one. So I will be putting together another herbal blend for that as well. And Motherwort's a really good herb for overall women's health. So this one I've shared very much here on my channel. You can check out my playlist that I have for the yoni steaming blends that I have used over the years for womb healing and overall feminine health. So I've got this one here as well. So those are the two that I picked up from a local apothecary, and then I went to a local grocer's and they had kind of a selection of herbs as well. I picked up some stinging nettle. I do have the regular nettle leaf, as you can see here, but I also wanted to get the stinging nettle. I will be using the stinging nettle for hair growth teas. I've done some recipes here on my channel in the past using stinging nettle, and I used to purchase it in bulk because I would use a lot of it for both my hair and my daughter's hair. So stinging nettle is definitely a good herbal remedy for hair care. So I'm going to find a spot for it in here. And then I also picked up some spirulina powder. I have used a lot of spirulina powders. I do particularly like the African grown spirulina powder. I used to purchase the Chadian spirulina powder, which is one of the most potent spirulina powders, but I haven't been able to purchase any online as of yet. However, I will make use of the one that I have. I do like using spirulina in hair masks. I do have a lot of henna powder and tulsi powder that I will be mixing together a hair mask with. So I've got an ounce of each of these. And then I also picked up some dandelion root. I want to make sure that I keep a lot of roots in my apothecary. I love roots. I like the leaves of plants, but the roots definitely have a lot of complex nutrients. So I do have my licorice root. I have my burdock root. Let me find it here. And burdock root. So I definitely want to keep a stock of root herbs. So I've got 2 ounces of the dandelion root here, and I will be using that sparingly as well. And I'm not using all of these herbs all at once together. I definitely use these different remedies in waves, so I don't ever use one herb for longer than a month or so, because it can do more harm than good if you overuse any of these herbs. So I definitely have been on and off with different remedies here just to help boost my overall health. And then the last one that I got from a local African market. I love buying the sorrel leaves from African markets. I'm going to be making a lot of sobo juice, also using it for hair care. So this is the hibiscus flowers that I picked up. And that's going to be it. I do have some of my books here that have a lot of really good recipes. I've shared this one here on my channel, the Natural Medicines and Cures Your Doctor Never Tells You About. This one has a lot of good information in regards to different issues that you may have. It will tell you here what to do if you have heel spurs. It will talk about heat exhaustion and heat stroke. What to do if you have hay fever, earaches, how to remove earwax properly, dry eyes. Lots of really good things. And then it does give you some recipes that you can make with items in your kitchen. It doesn't cost very much. These herbs that I purchased here, I only spent $8 on those 3, and it's not much at all. So definitely it is easy to manage. What to do about shoulder pain, aches and pains in the body. So yeah, I've got a lot of really good reads here. Another one that I really love in conjunction with my African medicine studies is this Yoruba Healing Science and African Remedies book by Tariq Sawandi. I've been using this one for the last few years. I have a lot of little sections here booked off. So I have this section here I've been going through that's really good, is the flower spirit preparation. So how to use different spirits. And then another section here that I've been looking at is the Orisha therapy chart. And what's nice about the Orisha therapy chart is it tells you the different herbs that you can use for different ailments. So if you have epilepsy and violent seizures, it will give you some herbs here, specialty herbs that you can use that will help to alleviate those issues. So passion flower is something that is very much used for epilepsy and seizures. Lady slippers and belladonna. It also will tell you what you can use or make for thinning hair or hair loss. Nettles is always something that is known as a DHT blocker to help with hair growth. And shave grass, those are two that I use regularly. It'll talk about diabetes. And what's nice here that I just seen for one of the herbs that I just purchased is Sarsaparilla root is good for skin diseases and the disease of skin pigment. So it's used for hyperpigmentation, which is something that I definitely deal with my facial care. So I will definitely have to do some more research into how that works for hyperpigmentation. But this is a really good read. It'll talk about spiritual baths, something that I'm really much into. And yeah, it'll tell you about each herb, like ginger and guava. Right here is Sarsaparilla and what it's known for. It's used a lot by Jamaican root doctors to treat skin disorders, as it states here. It'll also help with liver problems, rheumatism, and hormone imbalances. There are different species of Sarsaparilla based on your geographical area. So there's a lot of Jamaican Sarsaparilla, there's Honduran Sarsaparilla. It's also good for hepatic disorders, venereal diseases, lots of female irregularities, like it states here, blood disorders. It'll also, what is nice, tell you what harmonizes well with it, what pairs well with it. So what pairs well with Sarsaparilla is yellow dock, sassafras, burdock root, dandelion root, and red clover. So I definitely have some harmonizing herbs that I can use to go with it. So yeah, this is a really good book. Talks about sea grapes, some things that are not very much found within our country because they are very rare to grow in these climates. So yeah, there's a lot of really good herbal traditions here. There's also this, which is really nice, in the topic of Islam and how medicine is used Islamically. There's an African Islamic cancer formula here that is very easy to put together. Black seed is something that is very much well known in Islamic medicine for healing of all ailments. It is very known and spoken of in the Quran. So I do use a lot of black seed. You'll use a lot of myrrh and garlic and different specialty herbs to make cancer or anti-cancer formulas, anti-plague remedies. So lots of really good stuff. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I wanted to share some herbs that I'm adding to my apothecary, reusing. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for harmonizing herbs to go with any of these, I would definitely appreciate some input, how you use them, what you can expect from them, and yeah, thank you so much for watching.